Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Kodiak Coos. What are we doing today? Get camoed up, gang, because we're going stealth camping. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. Into the wilderness, undetected. We're just a couple of goofballs sneaking around in the woods. Oh, there's a creek back here. That's neato. That could come in handy. Check it out. Pretty neato mosquito. No pun intended. There's quite a few mosquitoes hanging around. Oh, there's one. It got me. I'm dead. All right, so when navigating around the woods, I always like to think of it kind of like you're traveling on a road, right? Or in like a metropolitan area, that kind of stuff. So we memorize street signs, streets, buildings, stuff like that. The woods is no different. A lot more confusing, but kind of the same concept. So essentially I came from over there, right? I walked straight, I hit this creek, and now I'm gonna make a left or a Louis. That means that way. And then I'll walk until I feel like cutting back into the woods. And good, and you. All right, so this actually looks like a pretty good spot. However, we're too close to the road and we're trying to be secretive and evasive and stuff like that, just like the old Sasquatch, however you want to say it. So our only option is this: either one, give up and go home. It's not going to happen. Or go up the mountain or hill, whatever you want to call it, depending on your geographical ideology, you get it. We're going up the hill, gang. Let's roll. All right, I guess this is it. Looks like a semi-decent spot. I know we're still kind of on the side of this hill, but this is a somewhat flat spot right here. We're gonna put the fire pit right about yonder. I can see down. Can't really see up that good, but you know what? Sometimes when nature gives you an opportunity, you want to take it. Why work harder than you have to, right? Take that to the bank. All right, looks like she's all set up here. Doesn't look too uncomfortable. Never honestly slept in a tent like this before, but it looks pretty neato mosquito, no pun intended. So hopefully it goes well. Yeah, pretty cool. But again, gang, we are trying to be super stealthy here. So there's one more finishing touch we got to perform here, as a medical doctor and expert may possibly say. Camo netting, because it's neat and cool. Yeah, be jealous. Nah, don't be jealous. This is pretty cheap on Amazon. Forget how much it was, but this will kind of break up our outline a little better. It's not as large as I thought it would. I have two, but I'd like to cover my bag with one if possible. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Aha! It smells funny. I don't like it. All right, there we go. There's our shelter. Honestly, guys, if we want to make this like even better, what we could do is, if we wanted to, we could put more leaves on top of this, sticks, all that good stuff to really blend in. Yikesies, I forget how humid it is on the East Coast. That is something that I did not miss while I was away in old Montana. But yeah, so she's pretty much good to go. You know, I just realized something. We're doing all this really cool stealth stuff. You know what's really going to be the icing on the cake, or the tomato on the plum, or the coyote on the... Check it out. Face paint, because we're tactical. Huzzah, victory. Okay, so we're going to start with the black paint. I don't know if I should use the mirror there, but we're going to put some black around our nose, like such. If you're trying to hide from the Viet Cong or possibly your ex-wife who's out for revenge, or the tax collector. Man, they really do not give you a lot of paint in this thing. Actually, we're gonna put more black around the eyes. I haven't done this in like a long time, so I hope I'm right. Hopefully I still got it. Oh, the lips, we gotta do the lips. All right, guys, I didn't have enough face paint for my hands. I guess I would need hand paint, but you know what? We're just gonna have to roll with it. But do I look like some howling commando? Oh boy. All right, guys, so this filters water pretty much. They're not like 100%, but they're about 99%. So that's good enough for me, good enough for government work. But even so, bacteria will live in these deep, big pools of non-moving water, right? Not to say that there's not bacteria in here, there definitely is, but maybe it's a mental thing, it's moving a little quicker, so let's give it a go. It's actually not that bad. You still get a little bit of dirt, but at least you ain't gonna die. All right, guys, now I know it's probably not smart to have a fire if you're stealth camping. If I was actually out here trying to evade somebody or something like the Loch Ness Monster, sure, let's go with that. I'd probably just sleep in my tent and screw the fire. But you know what? These bugs are horrible. I'm really just out here having a good time and entertaining you lovely people. So I'm going to have a fire and enjoy myself. Fire is the most soothing thing on the planet. Even if it's super hot and humid like it is now, what this did was instantly like get rid of the bugs. All right, so this is a really cool find. This is a rock, right? Yeah, we did it, Kodiak Coos. But look at the shape of it. It's pretty sharp, right? This is what the natives used to use to do anything from, you know, skinning fish. I'm sure they use this to skin deer to an extent. But obviously, you got to be more crafty than just breaking apart a rock. But you get the point. Pretty neat. Mother Nature's hardware store. Yep. All right, boys and gals, how about a little ghost tale? So when I'm bored, I watch all these videos on the old interweb about like crazy stuff that happens in the woods. So there's one, this guy was hiking the Pacific North Rim. I think that's what it's called. It's like pretty much the Appalachian Trail, but it's on the West Coast. And upon like his initial hike, right, when he started, you saw these really weird people, these feral people wearing white, you know, white clothing. They're all beat up looking, you know, kind of old looking. And they just stared at him, right? And at first he tried to wave, they didn't wave. He tried to communicate, they didn't communicate, right? So he was kind of initially first kind of mad because you don't run into a lot of people, I guess. But then he's like, you know what, whatever, they're just tired. I don't know why, just two old feral looking people in white clothing didn't set him off and give a red flag. But anyways, I don't know, ghost stories. So anyways, like as this guy continued to hike, all this weird stuff happened. Like he started hearing voices, people walking around his tent at night. He would shout, he would scream. Eventually, like, you know, they would leave, but he never saw them. And it kept happening until finally he's like, you know what? I got to get to like a town. So he went to town, you know, gathered his thoughts, right? And then he's like, you know what? I got to finish the trail, right? So he did it again, like got back on the trail. He's close to the end now. More weird stuff starts happening, more voices, more people circling his tent. Eventually, one night he just got up and ran, booked it, right? Hid behind a rock, and he started seeing lights looking for him. So he's like, whatever, got to keep moving. All right, so the final like stretch of his hike, mind you, he's in the American West. It's very open there. It's not like where I'm sitting right now where you can't see like spaghetti in front of you. And he's like, okay, this is a real like cool place to camp. You know, he's a little paranoid. He can see everything for like miles away. And he looks behind him, and what does he see? Two figures very, very far away. And guess what they're wearing? White. And I forget the rest of the story, but I think he just said screw it and booked it. But yeah, pretty creepy. I hope nothing like that happens tonight. But good thing I got the old camouflage. That should help, right? The face paint kind of wore off, but if I'm there, I'm good. Okay. Anyways, yeah, time for bed. All right, guys, in the tent here, ready to get some shut-eye. Well-deserved long day. I guess I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, guys, good morning. We made it. Didn't die, so that's neat. The tent's actually pretty nice. The only thing is I'm still kind of on a slight hill. I mean, I found the most flat spot I could find on this big slope, but I keep sliding. There's like all this room up here that is nice, that would probably give me way more leg room if I scooted up, but I keep going that way because of the hill. But anyways, yes, let's get everything packed up and get out of here. And just like that, it's like I was never here, except for that stack of wood and that giant fire pit. But, yes, all right, I got to get out of here. Bye. We're on the move. Time to get out of Dodge. Mission complete. It's a lot easier going down the hill than up the hill, I will say that, gang. I'm not a morning person either. I guess it's really not the morning. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I guess it is the morning. And we're back on the hardball, gang. Do we go left or do we go right? Let's go left. Yay, there she is. She's still there. Trish, my beautiful truck. Nobody messed with her. Same with the excavator. Thank the Lord. Was really worried about that. All right, thanks for tuning in today, guys. We had a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, please make sure you guys hit that like button, comment down below, and of course, subscribe. Until next time, have a Kodiak Tuesday.